for a second, which is that they, so pro-Israel people online have been posting a lot of fake videos and like CGI content in order to improve Israel's image and standing online. And one of the videos they posted, and this is true, they said that it was a video of a bunch of people running away from the Hamas terrorist attack on October 7th. But it turned out to be a video of a bunch of people running towards a Bruno Mars concert, which actually happened. And I don't know if that's worse for Israel or Bruno Mars, that his fans look like they're running away from Hamas when they're going to see him. Okay, so that was terrible. And we're gonna get off the Israel content, and that's fine. Y'all came here to laugh. And we'll get off the divisive topics and stick to things that every American can get behind, like transsexualism, which is what I practice, and practice makes perfect. And I'm getting pretty good, you know. I'm taking each day one tit at a time, every other girl, but I feel like I'm getting closer in my transition. And I actually know that I'm getting closer because just the other day, I was walking past this cat caller on the street, and when he saw me, he went, almost. Almost. My king. Guys, I'm a woman. If you squint. Which makes it even more fucked up, by the way, that my grandfather doesn't support all this, because he's blind as a bat. And if he hadn't seen the before and after, he'd be sexually harassing me too. If I were his waitress, you know? That man sure knows how to put his hand on a woman's lower back and just linger. Sent to the hole. So I am transsexual. This isn't a costume, okay? Some of us are just beautiful sluts. 365! And I've been transsexual for a long time now, 8 years, which means that I'm eligible for pension. And it also means that my transitions overlapped a lot of different phases of the trans movement. Like pretty soon after I came out was the whole bathroom bill moment. Y'all remember that? Where states were making it illegal to pee without a birth certificate. And around that time, I was at a concert in Golden Gate Park, and I had drunk water earlier, so I became one of those trans women who had to pee. So I grabbed my birth certificate, obviously, and ran to the bathroom, and it was filled with white women in their mid-20s. And when they saw me in that political moment, their eyes lit up, and they were like, now is our time. Because they had seen the fight on TV, but it hadn't come to a bathroom near them yet. So they all thought it was really nice to make sure that I knew that they were one of the ones that's okay with me urinating next to them. But a couple of them took it a little too far. While I was waiting in line, one woman just grabbed my hand and said, "You are so beautiful!" And then another looked me up and down and was like, "You look fantastic in that dress!" And I was like, how is it that I'm the scary trans woman, and I'm the one getting sexually harassed in this bathroom right now. Explain that, Fox News. Speaking of sexual harassment, I was in New York last week, and it was raining. And I went into an apartment building with a friend, and the building had a doorman. And as we were passing by him, he goes, "Hey, ladies." So I just roll my eyes and walk in with my jacket and umbrella, but then I realized that I'd forgotten to shake out my umbrella outside before going in. So I ran back out, and as I was shaking out my umbrella, he goes, "Good girl." So I blew him. I know, it's bad. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. I know that makes me a bad feminist, but it also makes me a good girl. And that's more important at the end of the day. All right. Pop quiz, homos. What's the L stand for? And what's not love, lesbian? And what's the G stand for? And which of those two has the most sex?
Lesbian.
Gays by a mile! What are you talking about? And you have to trust me, because trans women historically, we have straddled both communities. Emphasis on the verb. Case in point is that I have been invited to both a lesbian orgy and a gay orgy in my lifetime. Applause break. And I think that the way those two invites went down hint at why one community might fuck a little more than the other. Do y'all want to see how I got invited to a gay orgy?
Yes.
So, I was in a club, and this group of guys was looking at me. And one of them just goes, and we all went that way. And that was the last word I spoke all night. And that wasn't daddy. Versus the lesbian orgy I got invited to because I'm on a listserv. And the invitation came in the form of a 7-paragraph email introducing the concept of the orgy, which linked to a Google sign-up form with literally 19 questions, including what's your sign, can you bring snacks, does anybody know where to find a dental dam? But the most lesbian question, and this is true, was they asked you, what is the name of your therapist? And would you be okay if you ended up at the same orgy as me? Because apparently that's a common enough lesbian occurrence that they have a form for it. And I obviously selected yes. And she ended up coming, and we fucked for an hour, which was so hot until she charged me $250 at the end. And I know that's going great, but it really ruined the magic. Anyway, that's why I think lesbians fuck, or gays fuck more than lesbians. Their sign-up forms are just a little more straightforward. Anyway, are y'all ready for the last joke? So I recently got a new piercing, right here, up here, an industrial. And when I went into the shop, I saw that my piercer was also a trans girl. And I got so excited because I love being penetrated by women. And so she did the thing, and then after it was over, she was like, okay, do you know what you need for aftercare? And I was like, a cigarette? And she was like, no. It's that you can't swim for 6 weeks. And I was like, oh, does that include pool and ocean? And she's like, yeah. The rule of thumb is that if you wouldn't swallow it, don't get it on your piercing. And then she walked away, stopped, turned around, and said, I usually don't feel the need to clarify this for my other clients. That includes cum. And I was like, too late, bitch! I got one coming up my ear right now! Thank you all so much! Really quick, 1 second. I know the set started off rough, but I'm really grateful that you all laughed at my jokes. I was trying out a lot of new material, and I didn't know if it would work or not, or if you would like it. So thank you all for laughing at my set, because really, the last thing that this world needed was another Jew bombing. Anyway.